The first step, and as we're going along, I want you guys to fill this out so that you can get the information and save it and actually commit to this being your business strategy and your plan for the year. So the first step is to set a goal. This will be what you work towards for the year. Now, this goal can be, it can be monetary, it can be educational, it could be just expansive. So, for example, if you want to be able to make a certain amount of money per month or per week, or you want to be able to get a set amount of product per week or per month, or if you want to branch out into other forms of arbitrage, or you want to open up on more brands and categories. Those could be some of your goals. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to think about it and fill that information in. That is going to be your first step. You can't work and succeed in business if you don't have a goal to work towards. So that's the first step right there. Okay, the next thing is the steps that I need to accomplish that goal are. So if you're new to this business, you have to learn how to do this business. You have to nail down what your form of arbitrage is before you get started. If you're more advanced, maybe you need a prep center. So finding your own prep center is one of your first steps. Maybe you've been doing this for a while and you just need to broaden out to other categories. So maybe starting brand approvals or doing some research on some other categories, or maybe you want to add different forms of arbitrage. So learning about those forms of arbitrage and starting that process. Or maybe it's hiring more people. So going out there, either finding out if it's something that can be done in-house, so using someone that you can hire, or if it's something that can be outsourced to a virtual assistant. So these are steps that I want you to think about that you need to take to accomplish that goal. And I want you to come up with at least 2 or 3 steps that you can use to get towards that goal. Then the next thing is the systems that I need in place are. So if you are hiring someone, you need to have your system locked down before you bring them into your system. You don't want to bring someone into a mess. So getting that in order. If you're learning a new form of arbitrage, are there any software that you need that's going to help streamline you being able to learn this new form of arbitrage? If it is using a prep center, do you know the rules for that prep center? Do you know how that prep center works so that you can communicate with them? How they handle items that are incorrect and things like that. You want to have a full picture before you do that. So any systems that you need in place to help you facilitate this goal. If your goal is a monetary goal, what things do you need in place to reach that goal? Is it bringing on new people? Is it you dedicating more time to the business? You being more organized with the business? You setting more tangible goals within the business? I'm just giving you guys some time to write this in and really think about what you want to incorporate. Okay, the next thing is, do you need to hire people? So if you want to reach this goal, is this something that you can do on your own? So if you want to grow and have more money and you're still working your full-time job, is that something that you can do while you're working this other job? Or do you need to have a virtual assistant look up some things while you're at work? If your house looks like an episode of Hoarders, can you hire someone to come in your house and prep for you? Which could be someone from your community. It could be people have children doing it, nephews and nieces. And then do they need to be in-house? So is it someone that you actually need to have in the States to come and do it for you? Is it someone that can be outsourced? So if you are doing RA, do you need to try and find more RA shoppers? If it's software and it's software you don't understand, if you're not technologically savvy, do you need to bring someone on to maybe do these things for you? And then the next thing is, do I need to invest in software to help me be more successful with the goal? So if you have gotten more inventory in and you're doing repricing and it's taking up a lot of time, do you need to get a repricer? If you want to limit your shipments being sent all over the place, do you need to get Seller Engine? Do you need to start keeping better track of your profit and how your money is being spent by getting either AMZ Control or Inventory Lab? Are you having problem finding products? Do you need to get tactical arbitrage? Do you need to just waken up or liven up your OA game by having some of the other tools that is available with tactical arbitrage, like the reverse search, or using Storefront Stalker to help you find more products? Do you need to get evaluation software for your wholesale so that you can do that a little bit better? So what are the software that you need to help you get to this goal? If you're just starting out, do you need to get software to help you learn how to evaluate products so you can do it a little bit more efficiently? So that's what that question is. The next question is, do I need to diversify my sourcing, the brands, the categories? So diversify your sourcing. Are you at a point where you kind of feel like you've done the most that you can do with the one sourcing method that you use? Do you need to start looking into some of the other ones to help you bring in more product? Are you saturated in only a couple of brands? You never want to put all of your eggs in one basket, because anything can happen on Amazon. There can be restrictions or things like that, and you don't want to have to rethink your whole business because you can no longer sell the one brand that you carry. So you always should diversify your brands. So if you're selling mostly Nike and maybe one other brand, you might want to branch out and start selling more products. The same thing with categories. So if you're solidly in one category, you might want to start branching out into other categories to help bring in more products. So that's something to think about. I know we did a huge session yesterday where Sam talked about some of the barriers of the people that came in office. And some of them are looking for different ways to expand their business. These 3 points can definitely be a way to do that. And then the next question, what am I going to do differently this year? So if you're a new seller, you can't really answer this question. Just getting in the game is the answer to your question. So just being determined and persevering and just giving this a chance, because it does take time for it to gain traction. So don't give up on the program and on the system. Just keep hustling and working, and you'll get to where you need to be. But if you have been doing this for a while, what do you need to do differently this year? Maybe it's organization. Maybe it's spending more time on the business. Maybe it's getting your books in order. Maybe it's getting your receipts and your purchase tracking in order. So definitely look back on what you've done in the past and think about ways that you can improve and make things easier for your business, for your company, for your Amazon process moving forward this year. And then the next question ties into that. What do I need to improve on? So are you horrible at answering your performance notifications? That's definitely something you need to improve on. Are you horrible at keeping receipts and managing things like that? That's something you need to improve on. Do you have systems in place? Are you training your employees so that they know what they need to do? Are you managing your products on Amazon? Are you reevaluating them after 90 days? Are you looking at stale inventory and seeing what you can help to get moving? So what are things that you need to improve on your business to make it run more efficiently? Okay, so I'll get to that in a second. Okay, so the last question, this is the most important question, is are you getting the most out of your ACE membership? So are you taking advantage of your coaching calls? Are you coming to the webinars? Are you tuning into the in-office visits? Are you emailing support when you have questions? Or are you sending things to Amazon, getting rejected over and over and over again, and not figuring out what is involved? So how can you take more and participate more in your ACE membership so that you can be the best business owner that you can be? Sometimes you may not think that there's anything that you need or any areas that need improvement, but if you call in and have a coaching call, you might figure out, oh, I can do this a little bit differently, or I can do this a little bit differently. A week ago, I had a coaching call with someone, and they had no plan of what they wanted to talk about. And just asking him how his business was going, we had a 30-minute call about things that he can change and improve on for his business. Now, ideally, I would like you to have at least something to talk about when you have your call, but if you just need to check up and see what you can be doing a little bit better, I can do those as well. Now, to answer your question, Leticia, if you join the Platinum Plus, which is that second membership level, Your coaching calls will be longer, so you'll get an hour call. You can break that up into two 30-minute calls, so you can have 2 calls a month instead of just the one. And you also get access to our wholesale, which is about 240 vendors on that sheet. So what you can do is 2 times a month we have order periods, and you can order wholesale products from us directly from the vendor. So we have an account with Jockey and JanSport and Wacoal and New Bra and Katy Perry and Jessica Simpson. So if you wanted to be able to buy products on a higher scale, you could do that. So you can't do brand approvals through us. You'd still have to go to the store. But if you buy something from us and you get a claim, you can use because we'll give you an invoice to prove that you bought it from an authentic distributor. But we don't want you to use it for brand approval. And the reason for that is they check up with the company to see if you have an account. And we don't want to flag ourselves as selling to people on Amazon when a lot of companies don't want us to do that. So we don't want to get that account shut down. So you can use it for proof of purchase, but not for brand approval. So I want you to take this business strategy that you've made, and I want you to stick to it. Scott, I have yours from last time. It's right up here. So I want you to take your business plan that you've made, and I want you to develop a strategy moving forward. I want you to take this and kind of draw a skeleton for the next several weeks to put this into action. I don't want this to be oh, I've done this, whatever, throw it away. I'm not going to worry about it so much anymore. I want you to take this and actually use it to improve your business. So every couple of months, I want you to take this out, make sure that you're on the right path, that you're doing what you need to be doing. If you need to develop a new business strategy, fill out another one of these sheets and take it from there. Put a date on this so that you know when you first created it and how far that you're coming along. But every couple of months, you should be looking at this and making sure that you are doing things that you need to do to get to the next level. I don't want this just to be a document that you fill out and whatever, because it's a good plan to take your business to the next level. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have questions on your individual business plan, schedule a call with me. We can go through it, and I can give you some ideas for what you can do specifically in your situation.